things look bad, and it looks like you're not gonna make it, then you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
Tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
Well, good evening everybody, welcome back to VP4TV, welcome to Happy Dolo, Bill, Coldest Pillow, anybody else that's watching, hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. We have a one love side match tonight. Bedhead was playing Vince's earlier this afternoon while I was at the court, and Vince's has taken out Bedhead, and Bedhead wants to get it over with. If he's going out, he's going out tonight. He doesn't want to hang about. Semipro is the man he's up against. Could be a very close match, or it could be a blitz. Who knows what will happen? Welcome to Matt. Unlucky last night, Matt. I thought he played pretty well. But Albinario is just so damn good. That's the problem. You've got to be really on your top form to overcome him, or he has to have a nightmare, one of the two. Steve said he's going to be here. I hope he is. He said he is. Bit of a cock up this afternoon. I got home, thought, oh, I forgot that match, I'll go and watch it. And Steve forgot as well. and only got the last few racks of it. So a bit of an empty move there in his part. We won't wind him up about it. I think the bracket is pretty much the same as what it is for Jose and Sergresh lined up for tomorrow at 6:30 PM. On the one-loss side, we've still got Cobra Spectre on at the weekend, so that's how it stands. As far as the bracket goes, I'm going to do a quick tap. Now he is there, so just give me a second to get the little intro set up. Hang on a minute, Steve, it's intro time. Just a minute.
Good evening and welcome to VP4TV.
That's not the one.
Tonight we bring you commentary on
That's not it.
9ball.com.
Or 10 ball
It's
tonight
Friday
from the
night,
one
9
loss
ball.
side.
Let me do it again.
Or 10 ball tonight from the one loss side. Semipro is up against Bedhead. It is a race to 13. Welcome our commentators 9ball.com and Savannah Slim if he remembers what time it starts. This is VP4TV.
That was an unfair characterization there. I did not forget the time. I looked at the time on your stream yesterday and it was 2 p.m. and I was thinking 2 p.m. Well, guess what? That's 9 a.m. my time.
Yeah. Well, I said there before you arrived, Bedhead wants to get this over and done with. He's going out, he's going out tonight. He doesn't want to hang about. He wants a double header today against Semipro. I think this could be very close as well.
You need to turn off that voice mod. I mean, I can hardly hear you. It sounds like you're playing rock music in the bathroom while you're talking.
Does it? Hang on a minute, I'm on the right voice. Wait a minute to check. German, normal voice. Wait a minute. Let me have a look. I'm not even sure what I write. I should be on clean now.
There.
I don't know
better.
what hell one it defaults to, but that's
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. You can hardly understand it.
that's it on now. So welcome everybody. Race to 13. This room should be going up.
So I did get the end of that match. And it was a good finish. I mean, I guess it was tight the whole way. It looked like both players playing well. This may be the Bedhead's advantage to play a doubleheader because he's in play mode, you know. I mean, it's different when you're actually, you know, in competition. And that might help Bedhead.
Coldest Pillow, that ad blocker, Adblock Plus, YouTube detects it straight away and tells you. If you use the other one, the one that I found, which I've totally forgotten the name of, but it's good because
it's uBlock Origin.
Yeah, uBlock Origin. YouTube can't find that at all, and you can watch YouTube fine without any commercials. Well, here we go.
There's another product called uBlock. You don't want that. You want uBlock Origin.
Yeah, uBlock Origin. Yeah. So Bedhead's in. He's keen to get going. We'll have the lag for the break. It is a race to 13, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, you don't need a VPN. You just need the right ad blocker. And that new one that I can't remember. I think I saw it on YouTube. I think a guy posted it on YouTube and said this will sort them out, and it did.
I'll tell you what. I think this is going to be a very close match. I think Semipro ultimately has a higher gear, but I'm not sure he plays better 10-ball than Bedhead. Bedhead plays smart.
Let's see who varies their break if it's not working. Matt says 13-9 Bedhead.
I already told Semipro he better go watch the Wanwa and Matt break and copy them because his break's been terrible.
Well, he's won the lag, so let's see.
You got to be up in the mid-60s in this. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
No English.
Well,
no cut break either.
There.
Straight on at the moment.
Yeah, I'm right behind looking. I'm not going to tell him what to do.
Well, he's cutting it now. And he's coming back. Well, that's going the same direction Albanarios went.
See where the cue ball went? It went too low off the side rail. I mean, so he's close. I think he's trying to do Matt's break. He was close, but that wasn't it because the cue ball was too low.
So the break ended up dry.
This is a little funny to play safe on. I think he's going to shoot this. If he's a little different angle, he could play the 1 off the 4 and lock him on the 10, but he's not. I mean, you can't do that while he's sitting. Uh-oh, watch out. Wow.
Oh, there we go. First one of the night.
Right off the bat.
It's a nasty habit, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, that's just pretty bad. You don't see good players scratch too much.
I need to do another spam in the lobby. I didn't get to do that many at the end there. Hopefully that'll bring a few more in.
2 times a good player scratches. But the most often is probably getting a funny rub off a ball. Once in a while, they're trying to play real close to the pocket because that's what they have to do to get position. And Bedhead may have been doing that there and just misjudge it or miss hit the ball. I mean, all you have to do is hit the ball into the wrong side of the pocket, and if you're running close, you may be going kerplunk.
Well, because I'm at this court all during the day, I've had no time to go and do some shopping. So when I got home today, and we got home late today, we got out nearly 5 o'clock, so it was all a bit of a rush. So the local Indian does a very good fish and chips. So I ordered that and onion rings, and it was absolutely delicious, especially when you're starving.
You're ordering fish and chips from an Indian restaurant?
Yeah. They do European stuff in it as well. They do pizzas and all of that, but their main menu is Indian food. It was really lovely. So Semipro looks as if he's going to punish Bedhead. And of course, it's on his break, Semipro, so that's what you want. If you win the lag, you break off. You want to win the first rack, get on the board. Now this is just stop it or roll soft and into the side, keep it simple.
Now Bedhead didn't break particularly well this morning. I think he was 53%. Vincez was even worse. He was 40-something%.
Let's see what Bedhead's going to do.
If you're not breaking at 60%, you need to start changing things because that's kind of like
he's doing a big cut break.
You know, you want to be up in the mid-60s.
And it's dry.
Well, if this was me, I'd make the 1 ball, come around 3 rails, try to get behind the 2, and then lock them on the 8. Just because, unless does the 2 go by the 5? Well, actually, the 2 may go by the 5.
So your butcher does lasagna. That's even more unusual than the local Indian that does fish and chips. So the first 2 breaks were both dry.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of room here for this 2 ball.
He just caught the 5 very tight.
I mean, if you were going to shoot that 2 ball, you needed to get better on it. Otherwise, I think you were better off doing what I was talking about, was trying to get behind it and play safe, because that was a tough shot he just tried. He needed to get closer and straighter.
Well, Bedhead should expect to get out here.
Yeah,
it's really going to be from the 5 to the 6 that matters here.
Yeah, and I think that played well this morning. I mean, I don't see him having problems. You can go. I think he'll go forward.
Yeah,
just get a little straighter on and go forward with it.
I'm a bit more concerned about how he is in the 5.
Yeah. No, this is perfect.
Right.
So he's going to hit this with top left and just cruise around the corner. You got to, you want to spin this one. Make sure you get to the long rail before the side pocket. I would have put more spin on it than that, but he's good. See, a little
Yeah.
more English, and it's a little further from that side pocket.
Yeah. This needs to slow up. It needs to slow up. And now it's slightly awkward. Still expect him to get this. He can still hold off it, no problem.
Yeah, I mean...
Doesn't want to be straight in the 8-ball, though. He's at angle, so the bounce will do.
Straight doesn't matter. I mean, he could be straight and just roll up. I mean, it doesn't really matter here. Not what the 9-ball is.
It looks well off the rail from here, so I don't think there should be any issue. So just forward and off the rail and up. Just let it run out.
Yeah, I don't think that was really a good choice by Semipro, the way he played that 1-2.
So
I mean, those are the kind of little decisions. If you don't think you can get on that real well, you know, play behind it and try to play safe. Or you could even play to run into it and see what happens. I mean... And that cue ball was terrible. Did you see where that cue ball went?
Oh, it went all over the place.
It looked like Albin. It went shooting down below the first diamond and got bumped by something.
Well,
I'll tell you that the way you can tell what's going on with the brake is by what the cue ball's doing. So as a player, you got to look at that cue ball and see where it's going. And if it's not going the right place, you need to adjust.
Well, the prospects are not good for the balls in the brake here tonight, because that's 3 brakes, 3 dry brakes. Easy safety. And the line off the long rail on the left's not there because of the 3-ball.
Yeah.
And that 6-ball's interfering as well on the right side.
Yeah, he can hold that one up a little. It might not even be interfering. It's tight. Yeah,
he's going to have to spin around the 3-ball if he's going that way. I don't think he can get to it without spinning around the 3 to make the angle.
I would go the other way and hit it with left English and draw. And the reason why is that it's easier to hold the ball up, and you're straightening it out off the rail, which makes it easier to make the 1-ball. I'd call the one on the side and go the other way. But you got to know how to shoot that shot, because that's, you know, it's a fill shot.
What's your cue ball? Oh, well, that's one way of doing it.
Well, the good thing about doing it the way he did it is that gave him the best chance of getting safe like he ended up. Because the 1-ball's going one way, the cue ball's going the other, and you got all those balls down there. You know, it's a percentages thing. You hit that shot over and over again, you're going to be safe probably half the time.
No,
he can put him on the 8-ball here if he hits this good. It's just deciding whether you're going to kind of stun off that 1 or roll it easy. You could hit this harder and kind of stun off the 1 to the 8. That's a harder shot, though.
Uh-oh, that's gone. Boy.
So Bedhead has got the in-offs going here. He's got a case of the in-offs.
Yeah, well, he's either that or he's itchy, because whatever it is, he's scratching all the time.
Well, this table, you got to think about 3 fouling, just because.
Yeah, the 3-ball's not exactly handy to get to with the
obstacles you run up in the way. On the 10 here, just like this. That's what you want to do. See, now you've kind of separated the 3-10 a little bit. More would have been nice, but the important thing there was to get him pinned on the 3, which he did. So.
I'm pretty certain he's blocked off any line that's good to that long rail there. So,
well, this is how you get 3 fouls: is you lock guys on it. I would say the only thing going on here that's a negative for the 3 foul is you know, it's going to be hard to get a locked up safe off of where the 1 is right now.
I think it's just a sort of black and white. And that's sketch of a fat guy. I don't know who it is, but he's had it for years, that picture.
But Semi-Pro's in a position now where he can make this one, get good on the 2, and roll down for the 3 and run out.
Well, that was a good enough hit there for Bedhead that I missed.
It's a very good hit, but it's not going to do him any good. And that's the wrong angle. He wanted to have an angle the other way.
Well, I think
so that he could roll down.
I don't think there's any value in potting this too. I think he should be ducking. I think he should be heading up table.
That's that thing is you got to get on the right side of the ball. If you got too far on the other side of the 2 ball, you're still headed the right direction and maybe can do something.
What's he trying to do? Is he trying to... Yeah, he looks as if he's trying to go 3 rails here. 1, 2, and that didn't work.
Yeah, and that was a terrible...
Oh, wait a minute, hang on. No, the 10...
He should have played safe.
Let's have a look. You can see the edge of this 3, and I'm just wondering whether he's going to call the 10.
I don't think he can make the 10.
No. Well, he might, because he can just see enough of this 3. He hasn't called it, so he's not interested.
Watch out. Well, that was close.
Gap's not big enough. Well, this is another one where if you get it, if you hit it right, you could maybe stop that cue ball. I don't know. The thing is the 3 ball goes into the gap, it's going to either finish at the bottom of the table here next to the 4 or back up into the table, depending how hard he hits it. If he was going off the short rail.
A little critical here, but I think it's deserved. That 1 to 2 shot for Semi-Pro, for a guy that can do all those drills and can move the cue ball really well, that was a terrible shot. Because, okay, well, sometimes you don't get in line and you don't hit the ball the right speed, but, really, as good as he's got to move the cue ball to do those drills, you don't expect him to make that kind of mistake.
Well, here's a chance for him to redeem himself. Everything goes. There's nothing blocking. Needs to bump that.
Yeah, I think he'll be out here. And this is the right way to shoot this. Lots of left English. He's fine. Overhit a little, but that's fine.
Well, last time I asked, Steve had a black and white cat, like Postman Pat. Boots.
Unfortunately, Boots is no longer with us. So
Oh,
I've
Boots
got
is...
I got one
gone.
cat.
Oh,
I got one cat, and his name's Bushcat.
Bushcat.
And he's a Toiger. You know what a Toiger is?
Well, it's an Irishman saying tiger. That's what a Toiger. That's what a Toiger is. No, what's a Toiger?
It's a cat that's bred to look like a tiger. You can look up online. Just search for Toiger.
Oh, so it's out of a Petri dish, is it?
A what?
You don't know what a Petri dish is, Steve? I mean, come on. You've got a scientific...
I know what a Petri dish is.
Yeah,
Petri, but I never heard that expression used that way.
I was just showing that I remember something from school.
I think somebody made a ball.
Yeah, I think they did. First time in, 4 racks?
No shot. So now you got to decide if you're going to push or kick. So here's the thing. If you're going to push, you're probably pushing to a kick, but maybe it's a kick you like better than this one. I don't particularly like this kick, so I would probably push over onto the long rail. The long rail the 2's on. I just push it over there because I like that kick better.
I don't know what he's doing here.
Well, he's pushing to a kick that he likes better. And I mean, that's what you want to do. Now, he pushed closer, which means you can control the cue ball better. I think there's a pretty good chance he's going to get this back because this is not the easiest save.
He's not having it. He's giving it back.
But that's not a bad push. He's not selling out. Now let's see what he can do with it.
Welcome to Brainpill Out.
I think it is possible to get safe here, but it's tricky. I think you want to hit the 1 pretty full into the 6.
Well, if you think about it, Coldest Pillow,
Yeah,
if Steve had a big
he
dog,
cut it a lot.
if Steve had a big dog like a husky, it'd be a toss of a coin as to who actually would cost most in household expenses in terms of food, because Steve would be competing with the dog.
Well, I'd have the dog beat.
Literally. Welcome to Interchange X.
Well, I think the push that Bedhead made was reasonable, but he didn't execute the kick safe very good. And that's what's going to happen in those situations a lot, is you're going to have to push to something that's maybe not that wonderful, and then it's a tough shot. But, what are your choices? If you push to something that's easy, the guy's going to lock you up or run out, or, so you just can't do that. You're going to have to take your chances with a tough shot sometimes.
Yes, I did Interchange X. Let's just say the word numpty was used in a PM to him, which he would have read. And I had a little message in my intro when he came in, just to rub it in even more. Yeah, well, it was a brain malfunction with the time zones.
That was a mischaracterization. He said I forgot. I didn't forget. I had my alarm set and stuff to 1:35, so I'd be ready for the 2 o'clock stream. Trouble is, that's UK time.
Well, Semi-Pro's going to have the gap. Bedhead's going to have to dig deep if he's going to survive.
Yeah, well, what Semipro does really well is run out. We've seen him make a bad decision to one game, and it cost him. But in general, he's been pretty solid. So Bedhead's going to have to step it up here.
And it's Semi-Pro's break, so he can really pile on the pressure.
Let's see what he does this time. Let's see where the cue ball goes. The cue ball needs to go no lower than the second diamond. See where it went? Right for the corner pocket?
Heading up to the corner pocket again. That 7 ball saved it, I think.
Isn't this just a replay of Albin yesterday?
Yeah.
I mean,
the only thing
was in that stream. I kept saying it's going right at the corner pocket every time. You can't do that, and he's doing the same thing.
Well, the only thing he changed was the side of the table he broke from. He's still putting bottom on it.
He needs to hit the head ball a little fuller, and he needs to hit the Q-tip a little lower.
I think the angle he's got this is tricky. I mean, there's plenty of room to get on the 3 just coming through a gap here.
And Matt may have been doing something with his butt. I don't know. I didn't go back and watch the video. I didn't notice him doing anything, but maybe he was. Maybe he's lifting the butt a little or flattening it. I don't know. I will say this. Well, that's no good. When you're on the side rail, so you've already got the butt of the cue up some because you're on the side rail. When you go to put that tip down in the center, it's an optical illusion. When you're above the ball like that and tilted down, what looks like the center is actually above the center.
Mm-hmm.
So if you actually get the tip down at the center vertically, it's going to look like it's under the center. And
that's gone wrong. Bumping the 6 was good to hold for the 3, but he's killed the 4.
It's easy to check that with the offline. You do Control-I, turn on the output statistics in chat, and then you can sit there and hit that break shot, and it'll tell you what the Q-tip is, where it's hitting the cue ball. So you can verify you're hitting it where you want to.
Well, that's definitely the price for a Vietnamese Rolex watch. I would have one of them. I'd have another one as a spare at that price.
Well, I think he's just going to go ahead and shoot the bank here. Not really in a great place to play safe. The bank's not a bad shot. you know, he's not looking like he don't like it.
Yeah, I think his idea maybe was he was going to just punch that around the table, but he can't do that because it's
Well,
set for a bank.
You can thin the left side of the 4 and go around the table and try to get safe, but I'm not sure that's any easier than just shooting the bank.
Yeah, he's nailed it.
Well done. And see, that was well done with the cue ball. Because you knew the cue ball was going to move sideways into the 6 and come back, and he was playing shape for the 5 in the side pocket and did a good job of getting there.
Well, now there's a crisis on here for Bedhead. Because it's him break next, and he's got to deliver. Yeah, I get those. See, because I don't have an ad block on my phone, whenever I put the YouTube on to watch the stream when I'm streaming, I get these Temu or Temu adverts coming up, you know, selling things for like £1.50. There's got to be some sort of catch in that thing.
So, Bedhead could go from being a contender to out of the tournament in one day.
Yeah, it's looking like that at the moment. Nice big stun.
Yeah, look at that cue ball control. He plays off stun really well. But you don't want to get a guy like Semipro confident and in rhythm, because it could get ugly real fast.
Oh, cue ball's gone south this time. And that's Bedhead again. That's another disaster.
That's the third scratch of this match for Bedhead.
Yeah.
We've played 5 games. Well, I guess this is the beginning of the 6th, and he scratched 3 times, twice on the break. That's just a killer. Scratch on the break is probably the biggest momentum changer in pool.
Is it not the Chinese that are behind? Is it the Chinese that are behind that Temu? It must be if it took that long to deliver it.
Yeah, that's a Chinese site, and they're trying to compete with Amazon. They have some good deals and stuff on there, but I mean, you can buy off of Ali too, AliExpress. I've bought stuff off both those sites.
Shane. Or Shin. Shine. Is that what it is? How do you pronounce it?
Well, that's not what he wanted to do. This is a terrible spot to be. I mean, he could play the combo with a 9.
No, he's got the right idea there. That was a good shot.
Yeah, that is a very good shot.
Yeah,
I like that choice.
I could see that lining up there.
Yeah, that's a good play. That was certainly easier than the combo. And you're not taking a chance. You're still in control of the table at this point. And that's the name of this game, is keep control of the table. You know, you just can't be missing balls or screwing up safeties. I mean, it's just, this game is all about controlling the table.
Well, I don't know whether he can resist trying to cut this into the side. Is he going for the bank? No, he's going for the cut. He's nailed it. And that's another one going.
Well, you know, if you make that, you're going to win. You know, if you miss it, you might get lucky and get safe. I mean, you know, it's trading off that versus playing safe on a 6 or something like that, you know. And that wasn't the simplest safe, so I think it's a good choice to shoot.
Well, it's going to be a short night for Bedhead if it keeps up at this rate. But
Yeah, well,
you just got to keep plugging away. You know, things might turn. You never know.
the only thing slowing Semipro down right now is his brake, because brake's been awful. If he starts braking good, watch out.
Well, you know who's going to get the blame of that, Steve? It's going to come right back at you.
Well,
even though we've seen other players brake pretty good, you're still going to get the blame.
I just call it being unobservant, because you know I told him to go copy those guys, but obviously he doesn't. You can tell by where the cue ball goes. He copied Albin.
Well, now he's tried something different. He's tried to sort of Larry brake, just coming straight off the head ball back to the bottom rail.
He made a ball and they separated good, so
yeah, no shot. But again, this tape, whoever gets this one ball's getting out, you would think, if they have a decent shot on it.
I'll tell you this about what players practice in real life. So that's not a terrible push out there, because it's not that easy to play safe from this position. You can. I mean, the shot here is to cut the one ball back to the long rail and take the cue ball across in front of the six. But you're probably not going to get a hook. And that's really well played there.
I don't know whether he's got there, has he?
He's got him. That's really well played.
Yeah, well, it's a good shot. Yeah.
He almost made the one, though, which would have been a disaster. Yeah, if you watch pros practice their brake, the thing that most pros are really working on their brake is cue ball.
Yeah, holding the cue ball. Yeah,
is because you know if you make balls, if you make balls but you don't have a shot, it's no good. Obviously, if you don't make balls and you spread the table, and it's like a sellout if the other guy's got a shot. But cue ball is really important. That's the hardest thing to master with a brake, is controlling the cue ball. Well, he hit the titty there.
Yeah, he was cutting it up into the corner. I have no doubt about that.
Well, he's only got a piece of this one ball. So here, you want to take this one ball. You want to hit this with right English. Take this one ball straight down past the 8 and put it on the rail by the 2 and 3. That's the play here. He's going to decide to thin it, which I don't know that was a terrible idea, but the execution was poor. That would go in my book as a mistake, because he did not get safe.
I've got 2 or 3 more expensive mouses mice, not mouses, mice, where they've got the variable DPI switch on them, and I've got different settings for them, so you don't need the amp in VP4 when you've got the variable DPI. You can just switch it up, and it'll just give you the same effect.
Well, here comes the safety.
Yes, there is, and Steve will remind you how you can check the speed of your cue, but I think it's only in offline. I think you hit the F something button and it will show you the speed that you're braking at.
There's definitely a speed limit. We're not going to let people... Well, in offline, in trick shot mode, you can brake really fast. The speed limit's way higher, but... And other than that, there's a limit on it all the time. And it changes depending on, what cue you have. Some cues brake harder than others.
I've got that was an expensive mouse when I bought it at the time, the Logitech G5. I've still got that, which had a DPI button on it, and that goodness knows how old it is now, that mouse. That was the one that came in the little case that had the was it 5 milligram weights. It had a little bunch of weights with it, and you could add one in, take one out if you wanted to change the weight of the mouse. I didn't see the point in it, to be honest with you.
That was a pretty good roll there. I mean, he played a decent safety, but that was a good roll. Well, he's got the hit, but not going to do him any good. That's why you can't just kick a ball to hit him, because you got to kick with a purpose. And I think he made a reasonable shot, but if it ends up like this, you're going to lose the game.
I think to give you a better idea for that question, Coldest Pillow, I would say to Steve, how long was VP4 actually in development from like an idea in the head or whatever until it actually went to a testing phase? That'll give you an idea how long. Because it launched in 2012, didn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of work doing a full sim.
It's like, I mean, there's games on Steam at the moment that are still in early access, and they've been early access for 10 years. I mean, I've got Kartcraft, which finally went to early access, but that game has been in development for, oh God, probably 12 years, and they still haven't released it yet, officially. And it's still not got multiplayer in it.
Well, it's looking a lot like it's going to be 6-1 here. And I like that idea. Just don't deal with having to shoot by the 10.
What's that, Larry? What have I missed? Larry's saying something about the HUD. I don't know what Larry's talking about at the moment. I'm trying to see what it is.
You're saying you don't have the HUD on in your stream.
The HUD is on.
I don't see it on the stream.
Missed semi-doggett. Ah, right. What was you? I think Steve. I think I heard Steve saying it was going to be 6-1 because I was busy looking at the chat at the time.
Oh, Semipro dogged it. I guess I missed that. Yeah.
Yeah, Semi missed something. We all missed it apart from
that's
Larry.
Not good.
Larry's the only one that pays attention.
I just assumed he was going to run out. I didn't see him dog it.
Yeah, it does look perfect, although I say it myself. I'm looking at it on my phone and it looks perfect.
He's going to bank this one. I think that's a reasonable ball to shoot at.
Big pocket as well. Yeah. And, well...
And he's going to come out smelling like a rose there.
Well, this is a cheeky little drop into the side, and does he want to just tweak this cue ball a wee bit? He is. He's tweaking it while he's thinking about it again, because you know the scratch is on the other side doing that.
I would definitely put left on it.
Just got to watch the pace, and he's got it perfect as far as it avoiding the scratch goes, but. Now, well, there's a big gap to get around the corner and just come out the back of those balls and leave a straightish 4-ball.
Yeah,
and he's actually been able to hold it, so that's even better.
Yeah, he could have rolled it or just that little soft draw. Either way, you know, he was going to come up with a pretty good shot on the 4.
Now, so the 6-ball into the top pocket. And now that's going to be, again, a test on the control of the stun draw, if you're going to do that to hold for the 7 into the other pocket. Or just drop in behind the 7 and play it back down where the 5-ball is into that corner pocket there.
So well, the thing is, you'd like to get close. I think VP players have a habit of playing longer distance.
Because you get away with it.
Making balls. But this is where you don't get away with it. This is where it hurts you, because the problem with long distance is, like, if you want to draw that ball back to shoot to 7, I mean, he had too much angle there anyways, but if you were straighter, it's much easier if you're closer to the object ball.
Welcome to Fast Eddie.
Easier to control it.
Now, this is just get into the cue ball. In fact, he's actually straight. He can go forward and come up the left side as we look. Just up the side pocket. In fact, he wants to be up where he isn't. So he's just going to dink this in. Well, just going to dink it in and come off the rail and around the corner or straight off the rail, whatever he wants to do.
The thing is going forward at that angle he had, I mean, you can miss that ball because you're cheating the pocket a little. That ball can be missed. Ask me how I know.
Because you've done it plenty of times.
Yeah.
You've got all the wounds and bruises from doing it, and you'll still do it again.
If there's a way to screw up, I've probably done it.
6-2 now. Well, that's the Larry break again.
And he's got a ball in, and the table spread nice.
This is done. It's all over.
Well, I thought that the other time, and he dogged it.
Well, I'm giving him
this. See it.
I'm giving him this right now.
I don't think Bedhead's going to give it to him. Bedhead's saying, I want to see the run out. But, I mean, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 are all, back and forth. The fact that they're sitting in good positions makes it easier, but, typically when you're going up and down the table, that becomes a lot more difficult a run out. This is about the easiest version you can get of it.
Well, I can tell you something now, Coldest Pillow. Once my my year's subscription is up on Restream for the 4-channel option, once that goes and it expires, I'm just going to keep it to the 2 channels. It's just going to be YouTube and Twitch. It might eventually just be YouTube. Because as I say, it's the one thing I like about it is it just saves everything for you. All you have to do is title things and stuff like that.
And that's a good shot.
Put some tags in and stuff.
He didn't take any chances with overrolling that. That's the way you should be playing position. You got plenty of room above the ball. There's not going to be any problem making her get in position. Don't try to run it and get in straight.
Watch the side pocket. He's okay, I think. He's okay.
That was a little tighter than he wanted.
Yeah, I'm sure he flinched a little bit there when he saw that heading over.
Well, the thing is hit further down the rail, leave yourself a little more cut on the 9.
He might have gripped the seat a bit more there with that shot.
Yeah.
Well, Restream is nothing if all you want to have is two channels to stream to. Look what Steve's doing. It's not costing Steve anything for Restream. If I just go back to the basic one, they offered me a deal and I took the deal. I can't remember how much it cost. I think it was like 40 quid a year or something. But you can pay a lot more for a lot more stuff, but I don't see it being viable.
Might be a dry one? No, he got a ball in. Okay, so Bedhead's got a ball and he desperately needs to run this rack out.
Yeah,
and it's not looking that pretty with where the 3 ball is. So.
Well, the 6 to me is a good target. There's a stopper and there's a good line to get there, I think, as long as he doesn't hit the 5.
He's going to fire away here.
It's all or nothing then.
I'm not sure I like this decision, but he's probably kind of had it with the way this match is going.
Well, he's got the first part right. Got to duck now, though, hasn't he? I mean, he's got to duck now once he pots the 2.
He can make the 3 in the side if he can get on it. The 3 ball does go in the side pocket.
Well, he's got a narrow window to get on it.
I think that's what he's trying here. I think he overhit it, unless he gets lucky with a bump. He does not. Yeah, nope. He just kind of overhit that.
Yeah.
So now he's kicking at it. The ball is not dead. It's going to come up short of the pocket. So even if he gets a good hit on it, he's not going to make it. So at this point,
how hard do you hit this, though, Steve?
Well,
you've got to get the ball to a rail. So
if I'm going this way, I'm probably trying to put the cue ball behind the 7. I mean, it doesn't do any good to blast in this game. The only reason to hit it harder is get more separation, and that wasn't too well done.
Yeah.
If he hit it and shaved the one side and didn't have too much speed, he had the 7 and the 5 that he could use for cover. So this is looking like it's going to be 8-2.
Turning into one of them days for Bedhead.
Well, he played pretty good this afternoon this morning what I saw, but I only saw the match from 13-13, so I didn't see the majority of it. But somebody said they both played good because he watched the whole thing. But I think it's about reducing the number of chances. So it's about controlling the table. And if you control the table and reduce the number of opportunities for your opponent, then you have a much greater chance of winning. You know, unfortunately, the only way to reduce your opponent's chances is to play really well. You know, you have to not miss balls. You have to play good safeties. You need to break well. And you know, Semipro has played pretty good. He hasn't given Bedhead a lot of opportunities.
Larry break again, is it? Yeah. Get bumped with the 2 ball.
Nope, that's a dry one.
So this is just a little stop shot, just stun the 1 in and on the 2, 3-5 combo. I don't know where the 4's going. It might go down into the bottom right hand corner. He might come around to get onto it into the same pocket. 6 is handy, 7's handy, 8's handy. Angling 8 down for the 9. He should be out.
The thing is, in virtual pool, it's so easy to practice your break. I mean, it's just trivial. I mean, in real life, you got to do something crazy. I'll show you what I do in real life. I'm going to put a link in the chat. So,
well, that's the brake rack device you're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I use to practice my break. And it's not for practicing making balls. It's for practicing controlling the cue ball. And, you know, on VP, you can just re-rack every time. Do you guys know control backspace re-racks? If you're in trick setup shot mode, control backspace re-racks. I think, you know, the only thing there is, you know, I'm not sure with the no speed limit, that could kind of be a problem, is getting the speed right. I don't think you can use that to re-rack and practice by yourself. Maybe that's in try it.
Well, Bedhead did get out, so long road to recovery. And he got a ball. But I don't think he's got a shot, though. Let's have a quick look.
Yeah, if he doesn't have a shot, he's probably going to be playing safe here. He can't get him on the 2 ball, so... Well, he could, but I wouldn't try that. It's too tricky.
Could you not just resign game and practice by yourself?
Well, you can always resign the game, yeah. But control backspace is really fast. The thing about control backspace, it does give you a different rack every time. You know, that's the thing, is like undo. Undo is good if you want to break with the same exact rack every time. And the good thing about undo is that you can break with the same exact rack. It puts the balls back how they were and try different things, you know, kind of get a feel. If you do resign game or you do control backspace, it's going to rack the balls and you're going to get a different rack.
I've got a question to ask.
Also good to do.
I've got a question to ask you, Steve. And I don't know whether the guys know this, but I certainly I found this out a long while ago. Why is it that when it re-racks the table and the cue ball's in the kitchen waiting for you to break, why is it when you don't move the cue ball and you hit the M button as if you're going to move the cue ball, and if you zoom in close and look at the cue ball and look at the tip on the cue, why is it when you keep hitting the M button without moving the cue ball, this is important, Why does the tip of the cue keep moving on the cue ball?
I don't know.
You're not aware of that?
It may be getting randomized.
Yes. But then again, my next question after that is why doesn't it do the same thing when you're anywhere else in the table and you keep hitting the M button? Well, maybe it's because it's ball in hand. I haven't tested it with ball in hand in a normal game. It probably does do the same thing, where you're not actually physically move the cue ball, but you're hitting the M button and the tip keeps moving around the actual cue ball. It's only minute, but you can see it moving.
I'm a little surprised he's not shooting at this one ball. He's going to play safe.
Well,
Maybe
he put it in a while ago. He never told us that, though, Larry. Kept that quiet.
Maybe he thinks that if he plays safe enough, he can kind of take Semipro off his game. And that's not a bad thing to do.
That's exactly it, Steve. Do something to change things up. Mess things about. You can't be you've got to have all the factors in your game.
Well, I'll tell you the standard way of changing something. Raise the bet. Of course, you can't do that in a tournament. I'll tell you that's a pool player standard move. Is like, if things aren't going good for you and stuff, that's the easiest thing to change. If you're losing, your opponent's always going to say yes when you say, let's play for such and such. They're usually going to want to raise the bet. So it's something that's easy to change.
Has Steve played SP to see how it compares to his masterpiece?
I've played a little bit of shooters. I think the physics on it are pretty good. It's different. You could be critical of both games one way or another, but it's not a bad sim. I think our community's better. I think our tournament system's better. Their graphics looks better. It's a later version. VP is getting a little dated in the graphics. It could use an upgrade.
Yeah, but there's still, the good things about it. The bad things is the thing I ranted at them straight off the bat. I don't like the way the aiming is, because I've been so used to VP4. So that was the thing that turned me off it straight away. Having to get used to this high angle. Well, it's high compared to what we're used to in here. But the other good things about it are, and I've told you this before, Steve, the queue prices are far better. The cloth colours, tables are all much better price range. I don't know whether that attracts people. You can make your own tournaments.
Well, their business model's a little different.
Well, everything's good and everything's bad depending on what you favour. I still prefer VP4 over anything else, and I've tried it. I've tried a Russian billiard game. I've tried it. They don't have the good. Nothing. You can play this game, set it up and it's ready within 5 minutes if you've been used to it. The other games are all bar power levels and crap. Nothing's as good as virtual pool. They might look better, but
that wasn't a bad idea by Semipro, but it didn't work out well for him.
I still say that this place is hardcore. It's hardcore because the guys that have played this regularly online are playing at a higher level, I think, than what I've seen in Shooter's Pool. There's a lot of numpties in Shooter's Pool. I think there's not as good a quality a player.
Yeah, Interchange X, any of that stuff can be done. It's a question of the more stuff you put in like that, they're good features, but they also make the interface more complicated.
Well, but I think, I'm going to say this. Do you really honestly want to change your cloth colour to some rainbow shade other than the standard choices? Put it another way. There's there's like 5 colours. You've got green, blue, red, the purple, you've got that slate grey one. I don't use any of them. I just use blue and green for snooker.
Yeah, well, I mean, it always comes down to a question of what's worth putting the time into. What's going to make the game better. I mean, what I've been doing lately, I just did the thing so we can do Honolulu tournaments, and the next project's putting international pool rules in. I think it's time to do that.
That was a nice little touch. Use the rail just to skim the 5-ball.
Killer's been something players have wanted for a long time. That would be worth doing. And, are those going to be harder than like doing RGB sliders? Well, probably. But RGB sliders is actually a fair amount of work for what you get out of it. Because besides having to make the sliders and stuff, then, you've got to transmit all that stuff to the other player. Unless you're going to let people have different colors, are you going to set it up so that you're playing on my table and you're getting my colors, or let people choose their own? Which choosing your own is actually simpler.
I'll tell you something. If you put in sliders for Virtual Pool 4, just to give some guys a choice of having a pinky type cloth, and you don't put in my camera choice option, then I'll be annoyed. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't blame you for that.
Interchange X has got his nice yellow cloth. That looks pretty.
Yeah, force people to play on that. Oh, this is a nice shot here. That was very well done. Very, very well done, Semipro. He got a little unlucky coming up this straight on the 6, but he can still roll forward. And
now, what about trying to get cheekier and use a knuckle? No, if he'd hit it a wee bit harder, maybe they get the point there and come out. I want a tartan cloth. How about that one? Beat that.
Oh, God.
And I want bagpipes playing in the background in the room rather than the crappy sound music that VP4 has. I wouldn't mind a bagpipe tune. and a tartan cue to go with it.
He makes that wonderful shot to get on the 6, makes the 6, does everything perfectly, and then
that's just simple.
That's terrible.
That's just simple. Tell a lie. Hang on, I thought he was going to bury himself there. Well, you've got to take these gifts that you get. 8-4 looks a lot better than 9-3.
Yeah. Those are the kind of mistakes that you hate. I mean, that's the mistake that if you see a pro miss that ball like Semi just did, you're gonna see a very unhappy pro.
Right, here's an idea for generating revenue, Steve. What about somebody sending in a high quality image and renting table space like a sponsorship deal rather than what you have at the moment? You know what I mean? So let's say Larry wants to put his big ugly face on the table, and he sends you in a good reasonable high resolution picture, and then he pays you like I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of monetary things that could be done.
$10 a week.
Do you really want to look at a picture of Stubb? Because that's what you're going to get. Stubb has spent all his money to irritate everybody. So Semi-Pro's unhappy he doesn't have a shot. So I'm pushing out probably to...
Well...
let's see. I'm probably pushing to the side over by the 7 ball.
I think Past Eddie's answering a point that was made earlier on in the chat. My chat scrolled up. I can't see it now. Let me see if I can see it on YouTube.
See, now he went to this side. I think this is a mistake because it's too easy to put the cue ball on the 8. That's why I would have gone to the other side over where the 7 is, because this side, that's too good a safe where the 8 ball's sitting. And I'm pretty sure Bedhead's going to put him right on the 8 ball. And he's going to deserve it because...
well, he's got to get him an 8 ball because this 1 ball's not going anywhere. If he's going to try that, he might leave him a shot.
I mean, where the 8 ball's sitting, it's pretty easy. But yeah, if you don't get the hook, you're kind of screwed. But I think Bedhead's going to shoot this. I don't think he's giving it back.
Needs to spin. And, well, he's got there. He's got there.
That's why I wouldn't have pushed out to that. Other side, you can't do that. that was the first thing I looked at. Is like, okay, which side of this? If you're not going to do a kick, you know, the ball obviously can't be made. Which side of this is the side to push to? And Semi-Pro picked the wrong side.
Well, guess what this time? Guess what's going to happen here?
He's going to run out?
Well, if he wants to take it on, he's got to avoid the 3 ball.
I'm not sure why he's drawing this.
I think that's what he's trying to do.
It's not going to hit the 3 ball. All he's got to do is hit it with center ball and a little right English. He's not going to hit the 3 ball.
Well, comment. There you go. And there's the worst disaster from a commentator's curse you're ever going to see there.
he way overcut the ball. I mean, I'm not sure what the heck he was doing.
That's what he was trying to do. He's trying to avoid the 3, and of course, naturally, he hits it, and he goes in off. And he's going to be saying bye-bye to this rack. Now that could have been 5. That could have been 8-3, 8-5 there. Yeah, this could be another sore one. Another unpost error. One Pocket Slim signed up for the 8 ball Wednesday double knockouts.
Well, this is definitely not going Bedhead's way. He's getting into desperation time. You don't want to be down to a really good player in alternate break. It's just it's hard to recover.
Oh, Semi-Pro would have to fold now, I think, if he's going to lose this. And this is a little stun draw. No, he's just digging in. Yeah, that is a little stun draw. Well, the good thing is Bedhead's breaking.
Yeah, this is turning into a thrashing. He definitely needs to get a ball down.
Right, see you later.
9 ball going in. All right, see you later. Interchange X.
This is not good.
What's not good? You mean the fact that Semi-Pro is going to run this rack out?
Well, Albinario, if you go and watch the Vince's Bedhead match, you'll be gone 5 minutes and then you'll be back in.
Hugh is being unkind.
We'll wait until you go and watch it and then come back and tell us the score.
It's more than 5 minutes.
And then of course when I switched it on, Steve's mumbling away to himself. Why is it not live? And I'm talking to the screen. It is live, you numpty. It was live on the screen.
Well, I'm looking at Twitch and I'm not seeing it. I was very shook up at that point after I got the time wrong.
Avoids the 4. Well, he's blaming me, Albinario, because he was looking at my. I had the schedule up last night on the end of the stream, and it was 2 p.m. my time that showed up on the screen, obviously this afternoon, and that's what stuck in Steve's head when he get ready today to cover the match. And then when he realised that the match was well underway when he got here, then it dawned on him that the 2 p.m. had stuck in his mind.
I'm going to be like the English. Blame it on the Scots. And Semi-Pro is, he's moving the rock good today. He's played very well. I mean, he's still got to clean some stuff up. That's the thing is most of the mistakes he's made have been really kind of silly. Just got to clean those up because he's played really well.
Well, what can I tell you about today? We had other witnesses in the box today. We listened to a police interview today, and I'm trying to think what will happen tomorrow.
And he had another sandwich for lunch.
No, yeah, I did. There might be forensics tomorrow.
So, Semi-Pro's got a ball down. This is looking like gonna play safe here.
I've got a Caesar salad coming tomorrow for lunch. You know where you stand with one of them. The sandwiches, the beef sandwiches are rotten. There's no flavour in them.
I would go forward off the rail and put it on the 10 ball just because you don't want to leave a kick. He's going to thin this and come up table, which he's probably going to try to play it behind the 5-7. Oh, no, he's playing for the 9 ball. Needs to get legs. It's not going to get there. This is not anybody's favorite shot, though. This is kind of a tough situation. I would probably go behind the 4 with a ton of English. I think you got a chance of getting safe. Kind of hit it at max English, very soft. Yeah, that was going to be hard that way. I mean, I didn't see how he was going to get out of there.
Welcome to Slim. Well, it's just not went very well for Bedhead. He's been the architect in his downfall on quite a few occasions. Scratches. Semipro is just, he's been given opportunities, and I think he's, apart from, do you hang one ball up? I think he's made like a couple of mistakes, nothing major, and really that's probably why Bedhead's ended up getting 4 racks on the board.
And that was a good safety by Semipro. Not a particularly difficult hit.
Oh, no, here we go again. Things like that.
That's about the 4th one.
Things like that, scratches in the break and scratches in the middle of the game.
I'll say this. I think there's only one Swede that Semi-Pro's afraid of. It's not the one he's playing.
Yeah, well, Albinario was pretty good. He just needs to work on his break, which I think Albinario is the type of guy that might well have a go at changing things up a little bit. I think if he watches the match, or he watched the match, he might have a think about it.
Well, this is an interesting shot. I'd play this cut it to the right, hit it with draw and left English, and come across. I think that's what he's going to do. He's looking like he may go forward. I don't like that. I was always hit this with draw left.
Oh, this is going to be hooked.
Yeah, well, he might have got away with it.
Oh, no, I think he's okay. I think he has got away with it.
I didn't like going that way with the cue ball.
No, okay.
Got away with it.
He's got to nip this to avoid the 10. Oh, he's got into it too much.
Well,
way too much.
What was that?
Well, that's his worst shot of the night. What you've just seen there.
Let's see. I think he can cut the 4 though.
You think?
Yeah, this 4 ball cuts in the pocket. I'm telling you, you can make this ball. I used to shoot shots like that for money.
Well, that wasn't good either.
That was terrible.
He's left a 5-7 combo, which is dead, and this 4 ball cut. So he's just going to come across the table twice.
Maybe he's feeling sorry for Bedhead. I don't know what the heck's going on, but you don't want to have any kind of kind feeling towards your opponent. You just want to drill him and get it over with.
Welcome to Mark. Getting back to now, who was it that mentioned that? Was it Coldest Pillow? All I've mentioned about the trial is who was up today. I didn't tell you anything. You don't know what it's about. You don't know what the actual crime is. I've kept stum. I've swore the oath.
Yeah, well, they're going to know if anybody finds out that it's 9ball.com on a stream.
And the thing is that when we're in the jury room at the moment after every sort of break, nobody's talking anything about the trial. Not until the judge says, right, away you go and debate about it now. Come to your conclusion. But once we get that advice from him, then we'll get it over with and go home.
Well, Bedhead's got another one, so good for Bedhead. Maybe he can get something going. I think it's going to be tough with Semipro.
Well, it's happened at the right time. He's
3
breaking
away.
again. Now,
Yeah,
the last time he broke his scratch, did he not? When he had just won the rack.
I think it was somewhere else in that game.
Was it?
So it looks like he's got one down. He made the 3. Yeah.
Right. So 1 and 2, not a problem.
This table looks pretty good, really. I mean, the 5 ball is the biggest issue. 4 to 5 is going to be the issue. The 4 is not a great place. He may choose to bump this 5 right here.
Well, the angle he's got.
Even if just bump the 10, you could play the 5-8 combo. He's got a good angle to go over there, but you're taking a chance bumping this. Well, I think he tried to play the bump and didn't do a good job of it. You wanted the cue ball to hang out someplace around where those balls were, and you were going to have a shot on the 4. I guess he sort of got one now, but it's not going to do him that much good.
Well, this is just one of these awkward ones. This is one of these awkward ones that Steve says is easy.
Well, the problem here is what to do with the cue ball. I mean, I think making the ball's not that bad, but where to go with the cue ball is another story.
Well, he'll be glad that's happened.
Well,
but he's not going to be. He's not going to be glad in a minute. He's not going to be glad in a minute, though.
This is going to be not where you want to be here in a second.
Well, that wasn't very good. That was terrible.
That was terrible.
That was awful.
You wanted to run into the 10. You went wide on it. I mean, those are just shots you got to practice.
Wow.
They're not that hard, but if you don't shoot them, and get a feel for how it's going to spin off the rail and roll, I mean, those are all feel shots. You just got to practice them a lot.
Now, Bedhead doesn't want to roll the 5 to the short rail and stick him in the 10. Oh dear.
He'd like to make the 4.
Well, I think he'll settle for that, though. He's got away with one there. But I was thinking that if he'd potted the 4, he doesn't want to just try and nail Semipro in the 10 ball, because if that 5 ball goes in the short rail, Semipro would probably have a good go at kicking it in.
We'll see if he gets away with one. I'd hit this with speed. That's why I'd hit it with speed. Because, if you miss it, you're just going to leave that if you hit it easy.
Now, is that 6 ball in the way if he's trying to spin off the long rail and tuck up in the corner behind the 5?
It just depends on the path. He's got a lot of path choices here on how much of that 4 ball he takes. I would come around the 6 into the other long rail and try to hit the 10.
Watch the side pocket.
Yeah. And maybe he couldn't get enough of the 4 to do that. But if you could go on around the corner tight, you could have run into the 10 and then shot the 5 in the side or up table. So he's going to go ahead and bank it, which is...
well, the all or nothing shot. Chances are he's leaving this on if he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
But very likely it will be.
This is either a make or a sellout.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the sellout. Slim's going goofy on us. Was it a pub pull case and perp fouled on purpose?
What does that mean? Are you talking about
He's talking about your case.
You're talking about my case?
Yeah.
Oh
boy.
Hang on a minute.
And that's terrible.
Well, welcome to the party, Bedhead. The little mistakes are there. From Semipro.
That's a brain fart. Let's just lose and focus.
Now, he's got to leave this in that line between the 9 and the 10. So this is just a soft dink. Oh no, he's making sure he comes away above the 10 to open up the 8. I mean, the other one was maybe a bit touchy just to risk playing that soft.
I would have done the soft dink because you hit that with right English and kill it. And you can hit a little. I would have played the dink shot myself.
Well, this time Semipro will have the break.
And Semipro is, he was playing so good there for a while, and now he's going back to being the evil Semipro.
Nothing doing. 7 balls coming to the rescue, though.
Let's see. Kick it. Not without a little mouse, eh?
Yeah. Well, this has got to be soft. I mean, you can't hit this at any pace for it to work.
You'd be surprised. You just need to get it curving. See,
That's worked. That was very well played.
He's got it.
No shot though.
He's not in wonderful position on the 2.
Oh, this is horrible both ways. He's over the 10 ball. He can only see a bit of the 2. At best, the 2 balls are going to maybe he's going to scratch if he tries to cut it to the 3.
You bank it towards the 5 ball with left English and hold the cue ball up there. And he decided to bank it short of the 8, which may not work.
Well, that is tight if you're trying to get through there.
Yeah, that was a pretty good play he made there.
That's very tight.
He's going to jump it. Oh, he twisted a little, and he's selling out. So
here we go.
That could be 10-7. Bedhead's got life. Bedhead's finally gotten out of bed this match.
Well, I would say that at the end of this rack. I would have held that for the end of this rack.
I'm giving him this rack.
Right, 4 ball, not a problem.
I mean, the 5 ball's not a problem either if you get good on the 4, which you should from here.
So then it's 7 to the 8 ball.
Yeah, he's running out here. This is going to be 10-7, and Semipro sphincter is getting smaller by the second.
Mm-hmm. Well, Bedhead, if he takes this out, it's his breakneck, so then it gets interesting. Oh, Slim's trying to justify that things are turning because he's arrived. Oh, all right. Well, so you're also going to take the blame for Bedhead not running this rack out when he should be doing it. If that happens.
I mean, this is why it's so important, not to make mistakes, because all it takes is a mistake or two, and next thing you know, your opponent's back in the mat.
Well, this line in the cue ball it's hitting the rail before the side pocket, isn't it?
Yes.
I haven't went round behind it, but I presume it is.
No, it is.
Yeah, that's fine. Because you're always worried that the line is going towards that side pocket and you start catching knuckles and you follow it in or whatever.
If you roll it at pocket speed, maybe it does, but with any kind of momentum at all, it was going to the rail.
Right, that's perfect. He's not messing this up.
So now it's 10-7. If you're semi-pro, you shouldn't be panicking, but you should be playing better than you've been playing the last few racks. See, now he's got Bedhead energized, you know? And Bedhead's energized because of the mistakes that semi-pros made.
10 ball goes in as well. And has he got the gap? Yes. Oh, no, he hasn't. Not since the 10 ball got respotted.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Now, where are you going to push here?
There's not a lot of great places to push. You're probably pushing to some kind of kick. You could try to push to an edge, but it's kind of hard to do with how these things are sitting.
Why doesn't he push to say... Now, what would be wrong with pushing to, if I can get this bloody thing to work, what would be wrong with pushing to there and leaving half the one ball showing?
Well, because you're probably going to get locked up on the floor.
Can you explain that? Can you explain that, Steve?
It's difficult to get that cue ball in that spot speed-wise. You roll a little too far, you're locked up. You know, if you get it where it's thin there, cue, it would be good, but that's a hard shot. That's a good shot there.
Well, that's simply because the 3 ball's tied up. Why doesn't VP4 work on a Mac?
It does work on a Mac.
Yeah. Why doesn't VP4 work on a Mac on Steam? Uh-oh.
Yeah, we didn't do the Steam version. We're in the Apple store, the Mac store.
Well, that's a disaster for Bedhead.
It might be worth putting it on Steam. I mean, people want it, they can buy it in the Mac store, but it might be worth putting it on Steam.
I can cut it, no problem. He'll come down table as long as he misses the 10 ball, and I think he should go through the gap. It looks a decent enough line to go through the gap with 10 and 9. Well, he's hit the 10, and he's ended up good.
Yeah, this is looking like it's going to be 11-7.
A little roll there for Semi-Pro. This is a little bit more relaxation for Semi-Pro.
Now the thing is, if you're Semi-Pro, you can't be happy with this match. I mean, because he had this thing completely under control and then just lost focus. You got to set a higher standard for yourself to get better. You know, if your standard is, well, I won the match, or you know, I pocketed balls well, or you know, you got to look. You got to look at it from the point of view of how do I play better? Because your goal is to win this thing, and not only to win it, to win a bunch of them. You got to play to a higher standard. You got to push yourself. You can't be satisfied with, you know, just getting a win. You've got to look at it from the point of view of how many mistakes did I make this match? How did I play this match? How was my focus? And you know, you could be playing me and winning 13-1, and you still should be trying to play the same way, where you don't make mistakes and trying to play to a high standard. That's the way you build consistency.
Well, this is dry.
Yep.
And Bedhead has a shot.
Yep.
Or does he?
One ball is, he does have a shot. The one ball's a little off the rail. I think he can handle this.
No, yeah.
Well done. So it's looking a lot like it's going to be 11-8. The thing is if you can look at being behind like this a couple ways. I mean, you can look at this, boy, there's a lot of pressure because I have to run out, you know, because that's my only chance of winning. Or, you know, you can just be like, I'm going for it and feel no pressure at all. I mean, pressure's all self-inflicted.
Well, I think if you're 11-7 down, when you're at the table right now, you've gone beyond the point where you're interested in the scoreline. You're just focused on what's in front of you and dealing with it and making sure you don't make mistakes. So you're even more focused.
Well, you don't know that. Everybody's different.
Well,
I mean, everybody
you
thinks
should
differently.
You should be. If all you're doing is looking over your shoulder at the scoreboard, that's not focused.
Yeah, well, I'm not much of a scoreboard watcher, but I am good at playing from behind.
Yeah, and the other thing is getting that little voice out of your head that's telling you about the scoreboard. You know, you just got to blank it out and just play the table. You know, you're thinking alternate break, right? Okay, the odds are I'm going to lose this, but I'm going to do my damnedest to try and dig it out. You just can't give up.
Well, I don't think Bedhead's.
And I don't think Bedhead's like that, though. You know, that's the one thing. You know, Bedhead, he's not going to walk away from it. He's not going to quit.
He played pretty good when he was down against Vince. I mean, Vince kind of, held pretty steady, and Bedhead got down at the wrong time in the match. And
you beat Steve to it, Slim. You beat him to it.
Yeah, well, one pocket you do have to play the score. I mean, that's an important part of the game.
Well, a little stun out into the table for the 10 top right, I would think, with that angle.
I'll tell you what, Bedhead's still in this. The thing that Bedhead has to delay for as long as possible is Semipro getting on the hill. Because, if he gets on the hill and it's like hill to 8, that's, sayonara. I mean, it's going to be hard to win from there. So Bedhead needs to keep him at 11 for as long as possible.
I would suggest that the perfect break in straight pool is it's a bit like the standard snooker break. But what you've got to hope is that the other corner ball in the left side of the pack, if you're breaking from the right side of the table, you've got to hope that the left side ball comes back to the pack far enough. And that you don't leave anything on the right side of the table. It's tough. You can try the semi-pro break, which is hit the right side ball, the right corner ball with loads of left English, go to the short rail at the back and spin into the back of the pack. If you get it good, you'll nail it to the pack and you'll leave nothing. But if you don't, you'll leave a shot. What was the score versus Vince? What, Bedhead's score? Was it not 17-14? It was either 17-13, 17-14 to Vince's.
It was 14 or 15. I think it was 14, but it was actually a lot closer than that. It was a good match. I think must have been 17-15. I came in when it was 13 apiece.
Now, was Bedhead's break dry there? I was too busy reading the chat. It must have been.
Yeah, it was.
That's what he didn't want. At the risk of stating the obvious, that's what you don't want.
Well,
And that's why it's out with your control. You've simply got to have your brake working if you are going to try and hang in there and stay there. You've nothing else you can do if they don't go in.
Yeah, well, this delay getting him on the hill as long as possible, the delay's not going to be very long. I mean, he's going to be on the hill right now.
And what Hairpig said there is correct. I mean, if you try the semi-pro break, you've got to hit that sweep for it to work. Put it this way: a lot more of them go wrong than go right. And even the sort of conventional around the corner break down into the bottom left corner or right corner, the scratch is on for a start. That happens more often than not in VP4. And the chances are you're leaving a ball on in VP4 as well, which is a lot easier than it is on a real life table. So he's on the hill.
Semi-pro on the hill, and he's breaking. And here we go. Let's see where the cue ball goes.
Well, he went to the Larry break, hasn't he? Well, that's different.
He finally got the cue ball to go. That's about.
It's above the 2 diamonds, isn't it?
It was right at the diamond. That's about as low as you want it. You want it there or a little higher, maybe all the way up to the diamond below the side pocket.
And behind the 7 ball here, if that's the 7 behind the 9.
That's a little tricky from this angle. That's a tricky shot at this angle. I'm not saying it can't be done.
I think you can hit this 1 ball full and run forward and spin. Can you not bank the 1 ball full and then just spin it towards them?
It's just a little tricky at this angle.
Let's try the other way. That's not really worked.
That's no good at all. He's left it. So the good news is the 7 ball, the 9-7 does not go. So, because if the 9 and 7 are lined up, then you just play the 4 ball into the 9 and get rid of it. But if the 7 ball is not going, so well, and neither is the 1 ball for that matter. Wow. Oh, well, did he just line it up? Let's see here. Does it go now?
No, he hasn't touched it. He didn't touch them.
Oh no, he moved it. He moved the 9 ball.
Did he? Well,
it may go now. It's close. It would have to throw a little. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be shooting at it.
Looks tight, that 3 ball. It certainly is. It's not going to get there. It's not getting there. That was tricky.
Well, Bedhead gets a reprieve. He's still alive. I think the play here is make the 3, leave angle on the 4, come off the long rail and run it at the 9 ball. I mean, it's easy to leave angle. You could leave it the other way too. He's going to go the other way.
Yeah, why not? Why not pot the 5 and 6 and then kick the 7 and sink the 9 ball into this bottom left-hand corner pocket? Because I think that's more dead than the 9-7 is. If you see what I mean.
Because it might not go in.
There's no way that 9 ball's not going in. If you kick that, it's going to the rail, but I think if you kick it at the right pace, it'll cheat the pocket. I think commentator's eye.
It looks like it's going to hit, not the titty, because that's the thing you got to avoid is the titty.
My video settings.
If you're kicking at that ball, you could be throwing it, and then it could hit the titty.
I'm 1920 by 1080. That's it. That's my video settings.
Yeah, you have to be to do this stream.
And everything up full. Well, we'll soon find out what the tactic's going to be here with this 7-9. Uh-oh, hang on a minute. There we go. Now, Bedhead could get crazy here, couldn't he? He could go for a smack on the 2 of these, hoping he's going to still be in the 6, but that's a risky shot. Does he want to risk that? I mean, is it worthwhile even risking it to do that?
Well, I mean, he's got some choices here. I mean, he could run at this off the 5, but the problem is there's a scratch there if you're not careful. And Bedheads figure out how to scratch a lot.
Well,
you know, you could go 2 rails into it or 3 rails into it. You could actually go around behind it too. If of all the ways to hit it, I would never have chosen that. I mean, you could just cut the 5 ball to the right and gone 3 rails behind it and run into the 7.
Well, the one thing's for certain, the best that he will have is a kick behind the 7 to try and pot the 9, because he ain't going to be getting anywhere on it.
Yeah. I mean, the way he chose with ball in hand to go after the 5 ball was not the right way to do it. You got to have some confidence on the lines you're running the balls on. That's a good decision there. Would have been nice if you bumped it. The
yawning started.
Semi-pro decides to do here.
Well, there you go. It's just gone 8:30, and the old sleep wall's been hit, folks.
That's pretty good, but not good enough.
Well, if he's going to try anything, he could try the billiard onto the 9 and hope the 7 does go in. He could try that. He could get crazy and try it.
I mean, that's the side it's going to throw from. Is it going to throw enough to go in? I don't know, but yeah, he could try the billiard.
He's going to do the commentator's eye one. He's trying to kick the 6 into the 7.
Well, this was you guaranteed this one.
Well, I think he's got to hit it at the right pace, though. What the hell's he doing there? He's called the 9 and potted the 6.
That's a missed call.
What the hell is that all about?
He's getting this one back too.
What?
It's coming back.
I mean, what somebody explain that. Why did he call the 9 and just pot the 6 played ball?
That was hilarious.
I mean, that's the craziest shot of the tournament.
Okay, he's doing it again. He's called the 9 again.
There you go. Commentator's eye, never a doubt. Watch the cue ball. Oh dear.
He got it. And he gets it.
I told you it would go, and he played it at the perfect pace. Never doubt the commentator's eye. I mean, how long have you been watching these streams, for good's sake?
Well, I don't know. I probably shouldn't doubt the commentator eye, but doubting the Scott is certainly
the logic of it, that's maybe different, but at the end of the day, it worked. He who dares wins when you're 12-8 behind.
Yeah, this match should have been over at about 13-4 or 5.
Oh, that was crazy. I mean, he missed that so badly, it's unbelievable. Somebody's going to have to make a clip of that and put it on Twitch. You know, you guys, you can do a clip, make a clip of it, and I'll record it, and then I can show it again for posterity, just to humiliate Bedhead whenever he starts getting stroppy. I'll just bring up that video.
You had the perfect time to bring the chimp or something
here we go.
You didn't do it. Why'd you pass up that opportunity?
12-9. Why have I lost the sound?
You've lost my sound?
I never heard any audio there. Are you there, Steve?
Yeah, I'm there.
Something's going amiss.
What's wrong? Well, I can hear you. You must have me muted. Yeah. I'm here. And
right, guys, I don't know what's happened.
You're the only one without audio. I'm sure the guys can hear me.
You can hear me.
Yes.
But I can't hear Steve.
Well, unmute me.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can't you see my in Discord, can't you see my icon lighten up when I'm talking?
Right, something's gone wrong with Discord.
Can't you see my icon line?
I can't hear Steve at all. I can see that his light's moving, but my audio's gone from VP4.
Okay. So because
I'm not hearing balls.
The light is moving.
You guys won't be hearing balls, because if I'm not hearing them, you won't be hearing them. Hang on, have I disconnected my cable?
Working fine.
Yeah, his icon light is moving, but I can't hear him. Something has gone funny here. Yeah, suddenly the game audio's gone to pot. What the hell's happened here?
Yeah, Brain fell out says he can hear you, Hugh.
Hold on.
And I can hear you.
Right, I'll wait till we see the end of this rack. Hold on a second. I've maybe, for some reason, the audio is maybe muted on my PC.
Yeah. Clean the curry out of the connector.
Right, if he rolls this up table, right, he's going to pot the 10. I'm just going to tab out.
I can say whatever I want because you can't hear me. It's time to start making fun of Scots. And that's that. Well, let's go look at the stats.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh, it's all over. Sorry, guys. Well, it was all over anyway, wasn't it?
You can still go look at the stats.
I don't know what the hell happened there. What was I going to do? Look at the stats.
Yep.
That was weird. Suddenly everything just disappeared. I wasn't even doing anything.
So, semi-pro with a better shot percentage, better balls per turn. Brake stats, pretty sad. Bedhead was a little subpar. Semi-pro was way subpar.
Let's have a look.
Semi-pro ran out better. Yeah, kind of what we'd expect.
Yeah, the brake. I mean, there's been much better numbers than that on the brake, hasn't there?
Semi-pro still sucks on the brake. He's got to fix that.
Racks ran 4 for Semi-pro, 2 for Bedhead. Racks high run 1. Well, Bedhead, that's Bedhead's tournament over. At the risk of stating the obvious. In one day, yeah.
Yeah. You can hear me now, Hugh?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Oh, what'd you do?
I don't know what I done. I wasn't touching anything. Suddenly, the audio of the balls went, and then when I started talking,
well,
I wasn't hearing you.
It's a good thing I stopped talking bad about the Scottish before when you got the audio back.
Well, I couldn't hear anything, but the guys could hear the balls. So then I thought, and then I looked, and then went into my sound settings there. Everything was muted. And how do you accidentally do that? Explain that to me. Right, so let's look at the one lost side then. So where's that put everybody?
Well,
we'll go
it's
top to
looking
bottom.
like One Pocket Slim's got to play Bankster, and if he wins there, which I think he should, but he may not, then he's got to play Robbie, and if he wins there, then he would play Semi-Pro. So there's potentially a One Pocket Slim Semi-Pro match in the future.
Well, we've got Bill and Matt already lined up on the one lost side. We've got Chico playing Chombolero. Chico's probably going to go through, or is that you did say Chombolero played his first match, didn't you?
He did play his first match,
right, so I don't know how good he is or how bad he is. Chico, whoever it is that wins is going to have Spud Boy next round. You've got Jose up against Sergaresh, and that is on, what date is that? What's the 18th? That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
So I'll be there for that one. The winner will play Hazeric. You've got Slim with Bankster, who will play Rabbit. And you have Semi-Pro through waiting on the winner of whoever wins the One Pocket Slim match and whoever wins the match against Rabbit. So
I'm thinking we may see some matches this weekend. We've got one already, Cobra Inspector Dawn on Sunday.
Quagmire and Tam.
Let's see what we've got. Let's see what we got. Okay, so Tam has proposed a match against Quagmire for tomorrow. And
but did Quagmire forfeit his first match?
Quagmire responded with some times that were a little later. So we'll see if those guys can get this figured out, because the deadline is tomorrow, isn't it? Let's see. Where are those guys on this thing?
Well, they're cutting it fine then.
Deadline is... Oh, no, the deadline is today.
Well, that's going to...
Wait a second. I'm sorry. The deadline's the 21st, so they got a few days.
Right.
I was looking at the wrong column. So they got to the 21st. So we're going to have some matches this weekend. I haven't seen any proposals between Vince and Interchange X yet, or Acero and Real Poland Power.
Well, that'll be fun.
Or Bulabog and Mr. Fox. So
well,
all those guys got to the 31st and nobody sent a proposal. So we'll see. You know, maybe somebody will play this weekend, but they don't really have to.
Who did you say Stubb plays again?
Stubb plays
a Cerro. Aye,
yeah.
right. So that's not going to be at a time that I'll be there to get it. That's going to be middle of the night unless it's on one of my days off whenever they arrange it. But
you know, if these guys were smart, they would be sending proposals already because you already know that it's going to be tough to make a time with the Cerro being in Japan. So the smart thing to do is try to schedule it this weekend. And then if that fails, you got the next weekend or whatever days you have off where you can play at some crazy time.
Yeah, but smart and Stubb don't go together in the same sentence, Steve.
Yeah, nobody's going to accuse him of being smart. So
well done, Semi-Pro. Need to work in the break.
Yeah, Semi-Pro. You want to watch those videos and didn't learn anything. The cue ball has to go no lower than the second diamond. It has to be second diamond or above. You know, second diamond or up all the way up to maybe even the diamond below the side pocket. Your cue ball is going at the corner pocket every time.
He changed it a little bit later in the match.
Well, go watch Matt break and see what he does with his cue ball. That's the way that you should determine whether you're hitting a break the right way is where the cue ball goes.
Yeah, well, I'll give you that, Semi-Pro. You tried the Larry break for one or two breaks. You've just got to keep trying. That's all I would say. You just got to try and find one, and it might work. It might just come together on the night. You're nailing them and running out, then it's good. Well, what match is that? Oh, that's the doubles, the 8-ball doubles. Stefan's taking Larry out. And One Pocket Slim has just taken DJ Redo out. What's going on there? Let's go in and watch Stefan and Slim. I think we'll do that. I don't know whether you want to hang around, Steve, but it's just into the second rack, but I'll watch this.
What are you looking at?
I'm doing nothing else. I'm in watching Stefan and Slim, see if I can jinx one of the two of them.
Well, Slim's in the stream too. So now he's in the stream that he's playing on.
Well, Stefan, notorious for being pretty good to disastrous. There's no in between, I think, with Stefan.
We should do Scotch doubles one pocket. I think we should have a Scotch doubles one pocket tournament.
Well, there'd be fights with that. You'd need to be in Discord for that.
It would be actually kind of funny, I think. Exhibition. What's a exhibition?
Exhibition. Exhibition.
That's us.
That's stubbish. That's stubbish. I mean, that's
I didn't recognize.
That's fluent stubbish, Steve. You're learning.
Yeah. I don't really want to learn stubbish. That's already bad. Just that you know that One Pocket Slim. That you know that stubbish.
Well, you know what I was saying about Stefan. This is where he ends up. This is where he does all the hard work. And he's got the 8-ball. Well done. Likes to make it hard. Well, Slim's going to have to get his act together quick here. Of course, I forgot to mention that Stefan's already got a rack on the board. He's got the handicap. 6-ball drops in.
All right, I'm going to say bye-bye, Hugh. We'll get some stuff done.
Good night, Steve. Thanks for your company.
Yep, thanks for streaming. Good night, guys.
Take care. See you later. I'll just tab out and kill Discord. There we go. Let's get rid of that. So Stefan on the solids. Now what kind of mess have we got here? Well, he's on the 1. He can use the 9 and the not the 9, the 13 and the 10. I think he could have used the 13 and the 10. I think he's still okay though. He's on the 3. Mind you, if he'd used the 13 and the 10, he might have made the 5 awkward doing that. So this is maybe the right shot. Now he needs to get into the gap. Now, how far can you dare go forward in this 8 ball? Well, you've got a good 6-7 inches to go there for the 8 ball. But he's coming into the open country and he's good. Well, at least until Thursday, at least until tomorrow, but probably Friday as well. I can't think it's going to be over tomorrow. I don't think there'll be any way they're going to justify this running into next week, because next week I'm back at work and I can't be doing with that. There's no way that's going to happen. So Stefan broke off, got a ball, commits himself to the stripes. He's got 3 stripes down the bottom end of the table here. Oh, what's he done here though? He stuck himself in the 7th. And this is going to have to spin up big time. Well, I don't know why he played that like that, because as far as I can see, was he trying to get on the 11? Because that's the only other ball that's in this end of the table. Maybe that's what he was trying there. Well, I'll tell you, I'll do a deal with you now, Slim. I'll do a deal with you right now. If you want to do Friday night 9 ball, help yourself. There you go. I've not a problem with it. Slim's got work to do before Friday night 9 ball. Now this is the one that could go wrong. Avoids a scratch. Plays it reasonably well. Well, I'm going to stay and watch the end of this match. I am not going to stay and watch the end of the tournament. I'm going to have to watch a bit of the snooker. Balls go in. But there's a fair bit of work needing done here. No, I don't know whether you're asking whether this is the game they're playing or whether you were talking. I think you must be talking about the game. It's 8 ball. Is it 8 ball world, this tournament? I don't even know what version of 8 ball it is. I'm guessing it's 8 ball world rules. Oh, I can't see that, Larry. Yeah, I can see it now. It does say 8 Ball World. Well, that is a pretty good shot, I think. Let's have a look. Well, he's on the 6 now. Problem, of course, is the 1. Now, is this the game where you can call the 1 and pot the 10 and follow the 1 in and you're still at the table? Because I can't remember. I get confused with these different 8-ball games. No, the Bedhead Semi-Pro match you've just missed. It's just finished. So once this match is over, I'm finishing the stream. So if you missed the match, it'll be on YouTube immediately once I've finished the stream, and I'll also add it to the playlist for the tournament as well. So this is the one where you can call your own ball and the opponents, and you're still at the table. Good. See, I know that those rules are in some of them. I just can't remember what bloody one it is. Yeah, so like that shot I was talking about there, you call the 1 ball, which is your set of balls anyway, and you pot his ball in the pocket, and your ball follows it in, and you're good to go. Right, so Slim back to within 1. Well, this is ugly again. Look at this. Well, it's dry, which I suppose was the only good thing about it, because it's a horrible mess up top. So Stefan on the solids. Well, we'll give him 2 solids. We'll not give him many more. He's trying his best to get something out, but well, he's actually on the 2. Well, he's overcut that by a mile. So a combo on for Slim with the 12 and whatever ball that is, the 9. He's got the 10 in the open. Does he want to really cut the 10 and start bumping stuff, though? Or was that dead set? Well, that's nowhere near dead set. I think I'd be playing the 12-9 combo, first of all. Well, it does work. It does work. And it's not finished too bad either. Bump the 4 into the rail. Into the rail, catch the 9. Right, so once he gets rid of, if he's going to get rid of those 2 balls, that will open up the 12 ball, and that then opens up the 11. So this is pretty good to go. And it could be 10 ball, last ball to get on the 8. That looks a good line. You know, get rid of these. So it should be hill if the 10 ball is going to be the last ball. I mean, you could take the 14 as the last ball and just spin out and finish to the left of that 8 ball and still cut it in, or even bank it. So he's going forward and around and out. He needs to keep rolling, and that's fine. So just a little soft, dinky kill shot. And it's hill. So final rack decider, and then it's off to watch the snooker, folks. So thanks all again for watching. Keep your eye on the schedule. And good luck to Slim and Stefan. Well, that 13 ball was determined to get into that bottom pocket. That was it. Just one tonight. Now, a little dink around the corner out into the open space, so he's got the shot. Now, where's this cue ball running, though? It's running at that angle. It's running. I think he's got to stud this in and make sure he gets to the rail quick. I think that's it. Oh no, wait a minute! I forgot there's two balls up the table there as well. I thought there was only the one. There's two, so that's fine. So Slim is going to go through. So that is it, guys. Take care and good night. We will see you again very soon.